everyone, I'm Sakshi Tiwari and I welcome you to our new lesson. Well, can you recognize him? Yes, Nawazuddin Siddiqui. Well, imagine growing up in a small village, struggling to even dream big because of financial hardships. Now, imagine making it to Bollywood, not just as an actor, but as someone who can confidently speak English on global platforms, who can confidently, represent Indian cinema on global platforms. This is the story of this amazing actor named Nawazuddin Siddiqui, a man who once couldn't speak English, but today he gives interviews in English, attends international film festivals, and speaks with eloquence and confidence. From his village, when he moved to Delhi and later Mumbai, he realized that English was a necessity, right, in the film industry. He struggled to understand scripts, interviews, and film discussions, and at times he felt out of place among actors who spoke fluent English, right? He was once hesitant to even say a few words in English, but did he give up? No, not at all. He found ways to learn, to practice and improve. And he used some fantastic techniques that I am going to share today with you, so that if you're skilled, if you're talented, English should not be the barrier in making you successful. So I welcome you to our new lesson where I'm going to share some solid techniques that helped Nawazuddin Siddiqui to improve his English, and which consequently will help you too in improving your English. Because if he can do it, then you can do it too. Let's get started. See, the first technique is shadowing technique. What does it say? See, this is a technique where you listen to an English speaker and you repeat their words in real time without pausing or translating. See, what it does is it improves your pronunciation, right? It improves your fluency. You learn native-like speech patterns. Automatically you'll pause there. Your word stress will become like a native speaker of English, and it also trains your brain to think in English. You stop translating naturally, and you start responding naturally. So this helps in reducing hesitation, and it helps you to getting familiarized with the pattern. Now, how to do it? All that you have to do is you have to pick a 1 to 2 minute of video clip. You can pick TED Talks, BBC News, or any Hollywood movie. Then listen and repeat the speaker's words immediately. Mimic their tone, mimic the speed, and mimic the pronunciation exactly. All right, let me give you a demo. All right, so here I have a video from BBC Learning English, and it's a podcast. Now, all that I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this technique of shadowing. I'm going to listen to the speaker. I'll be pausing and I'll be repeating. Listening, pausing, repeating. I'll ensure that I, mimic everything. The tone, the pitch, the rhythm, the accent, and everything. All right, let's see.
English from the BBC.
Hello, this is 6 Minute English from BBC Learning English.
Hello, this is 6 Minute English from BBC Learning English.
I'm Neil.
And I'm Beth.
I'm Neil. And I'm Beth.
Have you ever had a horrible boss, not been paid enough, or simply got
Have you had a horrible boss, not been paid enough,
tired of doing the same old boring jobs?
or simply got tired of doing the same old boring jobs? It's absolutely okay to turn on the captions as well, because that will help you to see what you have to read. All that you have to ensure is that you mimic exactly how they are saying. All right. And if you want to just, sharpen your listening skills as well, turn off the captions as well. Let's continue.
I love presenting 6 Minute English, of
I love presenting 6 Minutes English.
course, but some of my previous jobs have been pretty awful, Neil.
Of course, but some of my previous jobs have been pretty awful, Neil.
When I waitressed in cafes, I was on my feet 10 hours a day.
When I was a waitress in a cafe, I was on my feet 10 hours a day, etc. And this is exactly how we do the shadowing. What this will do is you'll naturally pronounce words the way natives do. You'll naturally, you'll be able to use vocabulary that natives do, right? And all that this activity is doing, it's sharpening your listening skill, reading in case if you turn on the captions, and it's building a practice for your tongue, which is otherwise unusual. When we pronounce some words that are, in native English, the accent or anything else, our tongue is, does not welcome it much. So we have to begin with these activities so that, our tongue becomes familiar, and gradually it becomes part of our muscle memory, right? So I hope you found it helpful. Foreshadowing is one of the common techniques among cricketers, celebrities that, actually help them to become fluent in English, right? It's one of those techniques that even Kangana Ranaut applied while she was learning English. Yes? So pick up a daily challenge for yourself. Shadow for 5 to 10 minutes every day for a month and see the change in you, right? The second technique is the 3-minute rule. That's right, which is speak without stopping. What does it say? See, it's a technique where you speak continuously for 3 minutes on any topic without stopping or translating. All right. Now, how it helps us is that it trains your brain to think in English. What people do is mostly we translate and then we say, no, stop doing that. You have to develop natural flow of thoughts. Only then you'll become fluent. That's what fluency means, right? It also helps in breaking the fear of talking in English. It happens with us. If somebody asks us a question in English, on that very spot we become we go numb or we just run short of words. Why does that happen? Right? You knew what to answer, but you couldn't answer correctly on that very moment. Why? Because your brain got stuck while translating. What happens if we just give a quick command to our laptop? Mostly it works, but sometimes when we are not ready, when the laptop is not ready, it just buffers. So similarly, this happens to our brain as well. If a random person walks in and asks you something in English and you knew what to answer, but you couldn't answer, it means that you are not yet, very friendly with English. Right? Now, how to do it? See, all that you have to do is you have to pick a simple topic. Let's say your daily routine, a movie you like, your dreams, family, etc. Set a timer for 3 minutes and talk non-stop using fillers like, let me think. What I mean is, that's completely okay. These are just sentence starters, right? And, you have to keep the timer here in front of you and talk. You should see that, 2 minutes, are still there and I have to talk. All right. Now, what this will do is, this will so much help you in becoming familiarized with some, random situations. If somebody randomly asks you anything, and you'll become more confident and fluent. Let me show you how you can do this. All right. So today I'll be talking about the best part of my day. What is it? So I'll start with the least favorite part, which is waking up in the morning. I just dislike it. I don't want to wake up. So whenever whenever the clock strikes 7 in the morning, it's like, no, I don't want to wake up. I just sit and I just feel that let me just grab 2 more minutes to catch some more sleep. I think it's the usual feeling that most of us get in the morning. Once I have woken up, I get fresh, I do worship, I eat my breakfast, I get ready for work, and it's mostly that I leave my home in rush. I reach to office in a rush. I would ride my scooty and would reach office. I work with Skilling You, and there I work as a soft skills trainer. So it's mostly my KRE includes content development, spoken English, content development. There are some other projects that are running, and along with engaging learners on social media by creating reels and some other helpful videos. Of course, when I'm at my workplace, I interact with my colleagues, my boss is there, and that's how I spend my day at work. It's some amazing work that I do that I really love doing, and once I'm done, I of course come back to my home. I take meal, which I really love. I love to eat homemade food. I love to eat. I can, say it 100 times, where we have chapati, rice, raita, papad, chutney, achar, sabzi, dal. I would always prefer that one because I think my heart is that homemade. My heart resides there in homemade thali. So once I've taken food, the best part of my day, I do that, which is making a call to my niece and nephew. I think I just love it. They are, my niece is 9 years old and my nephew is My nephew is, I think, 7 years old. And the best part of my day is talking to them on a video call. They would be hilarious. They would be adorable. They would be like cute little butterballs who would be just so adorable, while doing anything that they do. And they would just ask some questions, how my day was. I would ask them. They would, we would play lots and lots of games like Atlas. And, I would ask them questions. They would answer. Some energizers many times, so I would play Simon Says with them and whatnot. So I think that is something that I love during my day. I just love to talk to them because they are the most innocent people who I can pour my heart to. They listen to me most of the time. Sometimes they're just engrossed in their own games and they would pay least attention. And that's how once I'm done, I do some of my work and that's how I enjoy or I spend my day. So this was it. Thank you for listening to me. Yes, so I hope you understand how you can do it. Now do this for 30 days and watch your fluency improve. I bet this is going to be a game changer for you. All right. The third technique is chunking. That's right, which means learn phrases and not individual words. See, instead of memorizing single words, vocabulary, one word, learn useful phrases that native speakers use. Now, what I mean is, how it helps is it makes your speech more natural. You sound more like a fluent speaker, a natural speaker. It helps you to respond quickly, right? You don't need to build sentences from scratch. And it also reduces overthinking. So if you have ready-made, ready-to-use phrases, it makes it makes our conversation easier. How you can do it? Learn common phrases instead of single words. Practice them, daily in your conversation. Let's say you want to sound advanced while you're asking for help, or maybe while you are, giving help to somebody. So in place of help, you're learning this word, which is helping hand. Now you decide to expand it further, which is, giving or extending a helping hand. Now you decide to expand it even further, which is, can I lend you a helping hand? Now all that you have to do is you have to chant it, okay? Can I lend you a helping hand? Can I lend you a helping hand? Now what this chanting will do is it will just sit in your mind, and when it is the time that you're going to use this, word, you'll actually end up using the complete sentence. So where you were just learning about helping hand, at the end, you actually ended up speaking the whole sentence and you sounded excellent like a native speaker of English. Yes, I hope you understand. See, now I don't want you to eat more than you can chew. I want you to take one sentence in a week. Yes, you're hearing me right. I'm not saying one sentence a day. One sentence a week, and just use it explicitly, massively. Find opportunity in your daily conversation every hour just to, use that sentence. Now what this will do is it will just not stay with you for a month, a year. It will stay with you for lifetime. Believe me, I have practiced it and it has helped me immensely, right? I hope you understand. The fourth one is transcription practice. Yes, what does it say? It means write what you hear, right? So see, this technique is where you listen to English audio and you write down exactly what you hear. Now what this does is it sharpens your listening skill. Yes, you understand native accent, in a better way, right? It also improves your sentence structure. You learn how words connect in real speech, right? It also boosts your vocabulary. You discover new words, some expressions, idioms, figurative, idiomatic language, right? Now how you can do is listen to a 30-second podcast or a movie dialogue, okay? Write down every word you hear. Okay, you can also pause, write, and then at the end compare your transcription with the subtitles or the script. Yes, it's extremely helpful. Believe me that. Yes. Now let me give you a demo here. All right. So here I'm ready with the video with my notepad and a pen. All that I'm going to do is I'm going to, click on the play button. I listen to the audio, whatever the conversation is taking place, and I'm going to ensure that I write it down. You can also pause and write, all right, depending upon your speed of writing and your ability of catching. All right, so let's do that.
6 Minute English
from BBC Learning English.
Hello, I'm Rob. Welcome to 6 Minute English. With me today is Neil. Hello, Neil.
Hello. Hello, Rob.
In this program, we're going to be talking about coffee.
Coffee. I've actually got one here in...
All right, and I think we've covered the 30 seconds audio already, and I have made notes. So I was writing all that I was able to catch, and now what I'm going to do is I am going to click on the captions. All right, now I hope you can see it's pretty visible that captions are visible. Now I'm going to go back, I'll go backward, and I'm going to just check whatever I was able to listen to, was that correct or not? All right, so let's do that.
Hello, the programme you're about to listen to was first broadcast in April 2015 on the BBC Learning English website. For more English language learning programmes and podcasts, search for BBC Learning English.
6 Minute English
From BBC Learning English.
Hello, I'm Rob. Welcome to 6 Minute English. With me today is Neil. Hello, Neil.
Hello, Rob.
In this program, we're going to be talking about coffee.
Coffee. I've actually got one here in front of me, Rob.
All right, great. So I think there was one mistake, a spelling mistake. Rest I was able to catch very precisely. And this is exactly how we do this technique. It's immensely helpful, believe me. Great. I hope you understood how to do that, right? Now do this with one short audio clip daily for 10 days and see the change in you. I won't, say anything else about it. Great. The fifth and the last one is mirror practice. Yes, a simple yet powerful technique where you stand in front of a mirror and talk to yourself in English. Why is it effective? See, it helps you see your body language. When you're looking at yourself, you're able to see, oh, my shoulders are shrugged, my hand gestures, I'm just fidgeting, I don't look confident. So when you're actually looking yourself into the mirror, you're actually able to see how confident or low confident you look. Yes, it reduces self-consciousness. Speaking in public becomes easier for you, right? Now how to do it? Look in the mirror and introduce yourself in English. Pick a topic and speak for 2 minutes, maintaining eye contact with yourself, right? That's all that you have to do. And I'm sure it's going to work magically for you. You would know what your expressions are. You would see, how your hand gestures are. You would see your body posture, your body language, right? Let's have a look here. Hi, I'm Sakshi Tiwari, and today I'll be talking about my school days. Well, I had really good time in my school. Let me tell you that I was one of the most mischievous girls in my classroom. In a very innocent way, I was very naughty. I still remember, when I look back to my school days, it still has that memory when I used to be so talkative. I was a chatterbox. And I still remember one of my English teachers when I was a kid. She just rushed through me because I could just not stop talking. I was constantly talking to my fellow. And then she came and right after it, I just, hid myself under the desk. And, even she started laughing. She bursted into a laughter. So this is one of the memories that I still have in my mind when I look back to my school days when I was a kid and how naughty I was, this was one part of me. The other one was like I was extremely sensitive, which I still am today. At this point of time, I'm still working on it. That if somebody would just talk to me in a little bit of higher, pitch, I would end up in tears. So similar used to be the case when I was a kid. So if ma'am used to call my name Sakshi, and this is during the time of taking attendance, so she would say Sakshi, and I would have red nose, red cheek, teary eyed, my heavy throat and all of it. Apart from that, I think I really enjoyed my school. I was, I was not the topper of my school or anything like that, but I was a mediocre student. At the same time, I used to put a lot of positive efforts. I was really creative. I loved painting, drawing, sports, swimming, basketball. I used to go to my school, buy bicycle, and I used to enjoy it a lot. This was one of my favorite things of the day, going to school, buy my bicycle and coming back again. So this was it. This was my school. This was all the memory of my school. Thank you very, very much for listening to me. Yes, I hope you understand now. You have to speak to yourself for 2 minutes in front of a mirror every day and see the changes in yourself. Yes? Great. So with this, we've come to the end of our lesson, where today we learned some really helpful techniques that helped Nawaz in improving his language skills. Nawazuddin Siddiqui proved that fluency is not about talent, it's about practice. Now, these 5 solid techniques will help you think, speak and sound fluent in English. The key is consistency. Try these daily, and in a month you'll notice a huge improvement in your confidence and fluency. Right now, which technique are you going to try first? Let me know that in the comments. I'll see you shortly with yet another helpful lesson. Happy learning!